So for my lesson, it's going to be about volcanoes, and we're going to kind of make some volcanoes, and I'm going to show Brigham some different eruptions that happen and the different, volcanoes that make the different eruptions. And so to start off, during the pre-assessment quiz I gave to Brigham, he said he knew that there were a few different kinds of volcanoes and a few different kinds of eruptions that happen, but he wasn't exactly sure what they were called and exactly how many. And so to start off, I'm just going to kind of retest him on those few things. That might increase some anxiety for him, especially if he, doesn't really super remember. So yeah, I just kind of, to start off, want to test his memory and his short-term versus long-term memory, and see if what he's learned in the past has actually fully been learned. So during all of this, I think we will be set up in my kitchen, at my kitchen table, and I'll be sitting next to him. So I'll be side by side, which is generally more comfortable for boys and young men, just to make him a little more comfortable. And with the proximity, I won't try to be too close to him or too far, just so I don't make him feel uncomfortable. So once we're all set up, I'm going to pull up some pictures and show him some pictures of the different kinds of volcanoes and see if he can really identify them once I go over the names of the different kinds of volcanoes. So then I can see if he not only knows the names but actually knows what they look like, because I feel like that's important. If you can't just know what they're called but not really know what they actually look like. So bring in some visuals. That's a hard word today, I guess. Visualization there for him, as well as then pull up some videos of different types of volcanic eruptions and teach about those and what they're called and what they look like and the effects from each of those different kinds of eruptions. Alright, so once we kind of get the facts straight and I sort out his personal theories and misunderstandings and whatnot about volcanoes and eruptions, then we'll continue to talk about volcanoes and the shapes and how they affect the different kinds of eruptions as we build a few different looking volcanoes to correspond with the different types of eruptions. We'll do, I think this will cause him some disequilibrium, just because often, I don't super know Brigham that well, but often boys don't love being super creative and making things. Maybe some do. My brothers don't really, but this is a different kid, so maybe this is just my own personal theory of 9-year-old boys. Also, it will kind of show me and kind of put him in the zone of proximal development, because hopefully it'll be something that he'll need my help putting together and we can work on together. And then from there, we'll go on to making the different eruptions, and we're going to do a few different. I want to do a Diet Coke and Mentos eruption. I want to do a baking soda and vinegar eruption. And then there's one that has to do with Pop Rocks, which I think would be pretty fun and different and new for him to experience. And this is where I'm kind of going to bring in my moral dilemma. I haven't decided exactly which part yet, but I'm going to have an ingredient or two missing. I'll actually have it. I'll have all of them. I'll be like, oh shoot, I forgot to get the vinegar or something. I'll be like, oh well, my roommate has some, we can just use hers. We don't need to ask her or whatever. And I'll see if he's like, oh, maybe we should ask her, maybe not. Just kind of see where he is developmentally, and see if he tries to tell me to like ask or whatever. So we'll see how that goes. And then after that, we will go make some volcanoes explode, and we'll talk about the eruptions and how the pressure in the earth causes it to erupt, and how the pressure gets in the earth, and everything along those lines. I think it'll be something that will be super fun as well as super informative, and something that he can really learn from, and hopefully new information to him. From the pre-assessment I gave him, it seemed like he doesn't know a ton about volcanoes and how they work. So yeah, that's my lesson plan, so hopefully it goes well.